What's going on YouTube? It's Tyler James
and Sar Tyler.
We are here to talk to you guys about our top 10 motivational tips to get motivated for fitness and to get motivated for life. We get a lot of questions regarding how we stay so positive, how we get motivated to go to the gym. So for this YouTube video, we are going to be talking about our top 10 tips. Let's do it. For the very first one I would like to talk about is one that I personally use a lot of the time. You can use this for pretty much anything that you do, and that is the 1, 2, 3 method. Now the 1, 2, 3 method is you go 1, 2, 3 and do whatever it is that you got to do. A great example of this is when you need to get out of bed in the morning. Say you're laying there and you're struggling to get out of bed. It all happens to us, and basically all you do is you count to 3 and just get your ass out of bed. So laying there, can't really be bothered. 1, 2, 3 and just get up. So make sure on 3 you do it. Whatever it is you must do, just get on with it once you hit number 3, right? The reason the 1, 2, 3 method works is because it doesn't give your brain enough time to overthink. The first time I actually heard this was about talking to a girl. So when you feeling nervous to go and talk to a girl or something like that at the bar, at the gym, anything, you just go 1, 2, 3 and you just go and do it. The reason the 1, 2, 3 method works is because it doesn't give your brain enough time to overthink the situation. So when you start thinking about, oh, how am I gonna ask her? What am I gonna say? What's gonna happen? All these things that is gonna be going through your brain while you're trying to think about talking to this girl. When you do the 1, 2, 3 and just go and do it, it doesn't give your brain enough time to overthink it. You gotta make sure that you go on 3 no matter what and let it just flow from there. That is the 1, 2, 3 method.
So our second motivational tip is listening to motivational speeches. So particularly first thing in the morning. Tyler taught me this one when I was at a pretty bad stage myself. So basically, you know, again, if you're laying in bed and you don't want to get out of bed type thing, you kind of have to force yourself to put motivational speeches on. I use Spotify, motivational speeches playlist, and you just listen to that, and that usually is enough to get you moving. So first thing in the morning, listening to motivational speeches is like especially helpful if you feel yourself wake up in like a bit of a negative mindset or not so much of a good mood. It really helps to get yourself in that positive mindset because listening to motivational speeches gives you all those positive vibes, positive reinforcement. It's quotes from movies that are super inspirational, like The Pursuit of Happiness and Coach Carter, just all kind of thrown together, and it gets you out of thinking in that negative mindset and really focusing on the positives. So that's one thing that's really helped me a lot. First thing in the morning especially, but also like anytime throughout the day, if you feel yourself falling into a negative mindset, you can always just put your Spotify on, search motivational speeches. I have a playlist that I have saved, and I just always go and listen to them, and it really helps.
So that brings us to number 3, which is very similar to this one, and that is getting out of bed early. So you can use the 1, 2, 3 method if you have to get yourself out of bed nice and early. Put your alarm on a little bit earlier than you would so that you can go for a walk in the morning and listen to the motivational speeches while you walk. The reason that this works is because that you're getting out of bed. That's the first accomplishment, and then when you go for a walk, when you come back from the walk and you listen to your motivational speeches, 1, you feel positive from the motivational speeches, 2, you feel accomplished because very start of your day you've already accomplished something, which is go for a walk. This is a great way to get your mindset into the rhythm of being positive and productive, and it really gets a great start onto your day by getting up early, walking and listening to motivational speeches.
Not only that, obviously it gets all your endorphins flowing as well, so
yeah.
Exercise in general obviously helps. Tip number 4, this may sound really stupid, but making your bed first thing in the morning. Once you've gotten up, make your bed, and that way if you come home from work and you've had a crappy day, you come home and your bed's made, and at least you achieved that one thing. I think as well for me it's like a routine thing. Like if you get up and you do it first thing in the morning, that kind of that's like taking that first step of achievement. So I've made my bed, what's next? You need to make that first step, and making your bed is so simple and easy. It may sound silly, but it actually helps so much.
Top tip number 5. This one might sound really silly, and a lot of people I've told this to already, including Sarah, think it's ridiculous, but it is actually super effective, and it is training your brain to think differently and to actually think positive subconsciously, not only consciously. So this is telling yourself in the mirror, so staring at yourself right in the mirror in the morning and telling yourself that you've got this, that you look beautiful today, that you're gonna kill it today. just telling yourself all these motivational little lines that basically you're complimenting yourself in the mirror, but make sure you're staring at yourself in the eyes, because it's so hard to do. I've done it, I've seen Sarah try and do it before as well, and it is very difficult to start out with, but trust me, if you just give it a go a couple of times, you'll start getting into the habit of it, and honestly, you'll start training your brain to actually be thinking these things. So a lot of us feel self-conscious, and a lot of us are going through self-love issues where where we don't feel good about ourselves. So if you're constantly telling yourself in the mirror that you look beautiful, that you look great, you're gonna kill it, these are messages that you're sending your subconscious brain to think in that way. It's a psychological way of training your brain to believe these things that you're telling yourself. And then after a while, you don't even need to say it in the mirror, because you can tell yourself whenever, any time of the day, no, I've got this, I'm beautiful, I'm gonna kill it. And then other people's opinions of you start to no longer affect you, because you know the truth of yourself. You're starting to learn self-love from telling yourself that you look beautiful, that you've got it, and all these things. So that is tip number 5.
The number 6 kind of also again ties into the one before, using sticky notes. Tyler taught me this one again when I was feeling a bit crappy. It's like you put little sticky notes everywhere. I put them in the mirror because I know every single morning when I get up, I'm gonna do my makeup before I go to work, or before I do anything, I'll like go and I'll look in the mirror. So like if you're going into the mirror and you're telling yourself, tip number 5, you're telling yourself you've got this, that can be really hard. If you've got sticky notes along the side of your mirror that you can read that say like, you're beautiful, you've got this, smile, like those kinds of things, makes it that much easier to tell yourself you've got this and actually believe it. I have them on my fridge, in the toilet even, on the toilet door, just little tiny reminders that to be confident, you're gonna be okay. Be positive, smile.
You can even write down your goals. So Sarah's done that as well. She's write down a goal, so it reminds you of your goals so that you don't lose track of your goal. It's right there, it keeps reminding you this is your goal, you need to achieve this goal, and it just keeps you pushing kind of thing.
And again, it's sort of like training your subconscious thoughts. So like every time you walk past and you see that sticky note there, it's like, you may not actually sort of take notice of it, but
your brain
subconsciously you're reading it and it's happening in your mind. That's been a really good one for me. Straight away a reminder that you need to be confident, like you've got this.
Number 7 is basically knowing what your issue is. This is another tough one that it's hard to get a grasp of. When you're feeling down and unmotivated, usually there is a reason why, and that why can be anything. You don't feel confident in your body, someone said something you didn't like at work, something didn't go your way, it put you down, it got you into that negative hole. So there is usually something that is creating this reason why you're feeling unmotivated. Find what this is that is bothering you, and you need to find a solution for it, because if you keep just procrastinating and putting it to the side, usually we know consciously what it is that's affecting us, but a lot of the time we don't really want to tell anyone what it is, or we don't actually really want to admit it to ourselves. Is the problem with why we're feeling unmotivated. It's usually very hard to tell yourself the truth. A lot of us find it very difficult to tell ourselves the truth when it's something that's holding us back or making us feel unmotivated or feeling bad about ourselves. Find what it is the first step. Second step is admit it to yourself what the problem is. And then third step is finding a solution, or simply just getting rid of whatever the problem is. If it's affecting your happiness and making you feel unmotivated to do anything you actually want in life, you're gonna have to get rid of it, or at least find a solution to fix it so that it's no longer a problem, and then you can go forth with basically feeling motivated and doing all the other steps that we've talked about to make yourself feel good about yourself again and move forward with happiness and be motivated.
Tip number 8 is something that I've done right from the start, is searching for motivational inspiration through other people. If you can't pull yourself out of it, you can go onto Instagram. I've gone on to previously other girls that I almost sort of like look up to, or I know that they have a really positive vibe on Instagram. They might post a lot of helpful motivational quotes, even those pages that purely just post motivational quotes, something that just kind of pulls you out of it. There's always someone else out there that's overcome this issue. One thing that I've always done right from the start is I'll know there's a certain group of people on Instagram that are very positive, very happy vibe in the moment. That's what you need to just put that motivational positivity back into your brain if you can't think of it yourself.
Our tip number 9 is visions. Having a vision of where you really want to be in life is going to a quiet place, whether that's a room, whether that's a park, whether that's anywhere where you feel at peace, that you can actually allow your thoughts to kind of run wild without any distraction. Sit there, Close your eyes and just picture yourself in the life that you want to be living, basically. It can motivate you to be like, you know, this is the life that I want to live, so I need to be making the steps necessary to get to this life, because obviously we can fall into negative mindset, we become very unproductive, we don't really move forward in a way, and that's only going to get us further into a hole than we already are. You need to be imagining what it tastes like, smells like, what you can hear.
Like,
everything.
what's the favorite cocktail that you would be drinking? What does that taste like?
Every single aspect that's going to motivate you.
Use your imagination. Our very last tip, which I think is one of the most important, is thinking of your why. So top tip number 10, why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you going to work? If you're going to a job that you hate and you're sort of in the morning, you're struggling to get out of bed and you're thinking like, I really don't want to go to work. Think of your why. Why are you doing it? What are you trying to achieve? What is your goal by pushing yourself to go to a job that you may hate? Why are you doing that? What is the reason? If I'm at work and I'm like struggling and I keep looking at the time and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get home. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through the day. Why am I doing it? Why am I here? I need the money, and then what is that money gonna get me? That's gonna get me closer to achieving my goals, because if I have money, I can travel or I can buy new camera equipment. Thinking of why you're doing that, and that's gonna motivate you and drive you to be like, all right, we'll stop complaining, get it done, because that's gonna get you a step closer to achieving your goal.
So that is our top 10 tips. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow and we love your support. Also, if you want to see more like this, let us know in the comment sections below. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you can be notified when we bring out more videos like this.
And if there's anyone you think could benefit from this video as well, share it with your friends, tag them, let them know.
Thank you very much again for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and